Okay, hi guys. So the transfer window has opened, and today I'm going to be looking at a list of players that Arsenal possibly will bring in. Of course, we know Arsenal transfer window can be very, very unpredictable. But today we're actually going to be looking at some list or some names that I think, you know, or names that we have been linked with. Okay, so but before I get started with this list, please kindly like, share, and subscribe on my video. My YouTube channel is new, yes, I know, and I need your support to be able to grow better than this. So if you like my video or share my video or comment on my video, the YouTube algorithm will be able to suggest to other people as well. Thank you as you do so. So the very first person we are going to be looking at, or the very first player we're going to be looking at today is Nico Williams. Nico Williams is 22-year-old Spanish international, currently playing for Athletic Bilbao. We have been linked with Nico Williams in the past, in the summer, and he didn't come to us now because of the fact that he he wanted to stay loyal to his club Atletico Bilbao. So currently, right now, with his release clause being £48 million, I think we can actually look forward to bringing in Nico Williams now. Judging by the fact that we can trigger his release clause, we need. By the way, Nico Williams is a winger, and we need somebody that's going to come in and play right now for Bukayo Saka. He's not going to permanently replace Bukayo Saka, but right now we desperately need to fix our forward problems. We have been playing really very well, but we have not been scoring. So if Nico Williams comes in, he's able to play, on the wing and is able to move the ball forward, likely bringing in more goals. The other person we are actually going to be looking at as an alternative, that is if you are not able to get Nico Williams, that is the 22-year-old, then we can actually look forward to getting Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo currently plays for Brentford, the Cameroonian international, is 25 years old. He's currently worth about £50 million. And we all know Mbeumo in Brentford. We know Mbeumo is a beast. He plays really, really very well. He scored against Arsenal in our last match just about 2 weeks ago when we won 3 goals to 1. So when we look at bringing in Mbeumo, personally, I think it's a good deal because I'm always an advocate for bringing in players that are English Premier League proven. I don't like bringing in players that, have experience from other leagues, for example, because you will need to obviously wait the time out for them to be able to adapt. And if you are lucky enough, they will be able to adapt on time. Alexandar Isak is the next player I want to talk about. The Swedish international scored against Arsenal, and it clearly showed us the difference between just a striker and a top tier striker. Because as at this point in time, we need a top tier striker. We need somebody to actually get us across the line. So Alexander Isak is 25 years old. He's a Swedish international playing for Newcastle. We all know by now that Newcastle, of course, won Arsenal by 2 goals to 0 at the Emirates Stadium in the Carabao Cup. That is in the first leg of the semi-final. And scored a fantastic goal, half chance, scored the ball into the net, intelligent player, able to use the ball properly. And even the second goal, he also, more or less like brought the assist. So I don't see this happening actually. I do not see this happening because Newcastle is obviously not going to release um Alexander Isak because they know that they need this player to also get over the line. Newcastle this season are doing amazingly well. They are performing amazingly. And right now, all of their players are their top. So I don't see Newcastle actually leaving Alexander Isak because the players actually want £100 million. Arsenal has the money to bring in all of these players, but the timing is wrong. So for Alexander Isak, if you're actually going to do a deal like that, and if we are being honest with ourselves, this deal comes, at the end of the season, not now. This is not the kind of deal that Arsenal would do at this present moment in time. So that is for Alexander Isak. Now, Victor Gykores, Swedish international, 26 years old, also playing for Sporting, plays for Sporting. Very, very fantastic player. Now, the funny thing about Isak and Gykores is that they both play for Sweden, but Gykores is actually the first choice in the Swedish national team. That means you always will play before Alexander Isak plays. So when you look at it that way, And when you look at it that way, I mean, we have been linked with Gykores on many occasions throughout the whole transfer saga last season, or at the beginning of this season. Even last season, we have been linked with Gykores, but we have not really made our intentions known. Maybe the fee was too much or something like that. But right now, we need a point man. We need somebody that is coming to score goals for us. Previously I talked about Mbeumo. I talked about um Nico Williams. These are wingers. Our major problem, not that we don't have a wing problem, we actually have the whole forward problem. But our major problem is actually striker. At least now we are still able to do some XGs. We are still able to put the ball, into the 6 yard box, and the conversion is actually what we need to be able to win games. So if Victor Gykores is the option for us, Victor Gykores currently is worth about £84 million. And the Swedish international will actually be a good fit for us now. So let us look at Dusan Vlahovic, 24-year-old Serbian international, currently disoriented at Juventus, and not a good time for him at Juventus right now. As a matter of fact, he has not even signed any new contracts. So um, Vlahovic, for example, is what about £60 million, and it will be a good deal if we bring him to us. Now, we have also been linked with this player. About 2 seasons now, we have been linked with Laoli. I mean, and it has been a back and forth. Is it coming to us now? Is it not going to come to us now? But now, is what about £60 million? We are in a dear need of a striker. We can actually look into bringing Laoli into us now, so that we are going to strengthen our squad. As far as I'm concerned, bringing in players right now should be the top priority. Now we need to strengthen our squad. We need new bodies in that squad. We need top class players. And if you are going to get the substitute, we need to get a substitute that is almost equal to the potential of the player we are replacing, because that is the only way we can actually win the EPL or any other trophy that comes after. So we are actually going to be looking at Dani Olmo. Now, I want to talk about the loan players now, probably players that will be coming into the Arsenal through loan. The very first one is Dani Olmo, just like I mentioned, the 26-year-old Spanish international currently playing for Barcelona, attacking midfielder. Um, what about £50 million? Has issues right now in Barcelona because Barca is not able to register him for certain competitions, and he's not able to play, obviously. So as of today or yesterday, there has been reports that Barcelona has said they are going to go to the Spanish government so that they can look into what is happening. So likely they can get him registered and start playing in these competitions. But registered or not, or if he's not registered, Dani Olmo needs playing time. So is there a likelihood that Dani Olmo is going to be coming to us now to play for the Gunners? Because Dani Olmo is a midfielder, and if you know right now, Odegaard is not really playing well, because Odegaard, as he came back from injury, has not really delivered top performances. So bringing in Dani Olmo is going to really scale up our team. It's going to reinforce our attack till Odegaard at least get back to his form. The next player we're going to be looking at is Douglas Luiz. We all remember Douglas Luiz. He left from Aston Villa to Juventus, but right now in Juventus, he's not really having a good time in Juventus. So there is a likelihood that he's going to be leaving Juventus on loan, either to Aston Villa or likely Arsenal. These are all reports, these are all rumors. So if he's leaving Juventus, for example, and is coming into Arsenal, he's going to be playing as a midfielder, and that is the loan deal. Also going to be striking our squad to likely replace or play when the other guy is not really playing well, because we need more carriers. We need those who can actually help us with the passes and help improve our squad. So we have only one outgoing, and the only outgoing we have is a man who has lost favor in the team, and that is Zinchencko. Alexandar Zinchencko is the Ukrainian international. Came into us now as a prospect. In fact, came into us now as a star, not a prospect. When he came into Arsenal, he was instrumental in building the Arsenal squad in Gabriel Jesus. As at the time they arrived, they were the top choice. But right now, Arsenal has, because we don't have a defense problem, we have just, a little bit of midfield problem and a forward problem. So right now we have a lot of choices where Alexander plays. We have the likes of Califiori. Timber can also play that position, as well as we have the youngster in um what's his name now, in Lewis Kelly. So we have Lewis Kelly also can play that position very very well. So since Lewis Kelly came into the squad, it has become obvious that you know Zinchenko is not going to get the time that he wanted to get. So Inter is actually looking at getting him on loan so that he can have some game time. And in fact, I even think is that no, not on loan. I even think it's actually a transfer because transfer is what will pay us now. And I can tell you for free that the moment Inter puts in the deal, Arsenal is going to allow him to because we need to recoup some money so that we can actually get some of these top players. The fee, I don't know right now. I don't know right now what the fee is going to look like. So as soon as the offer comes, we are just going to see what Zinchenko will be sold for. But I think it's going to be sold for around maybe 35 to 40 million pounds, you know. So that is for Zinchenko. So these lists right now are just the list that players that has been reported to be linked with us now, and we are going to see what comes in the next few days if Arsenal is actually going to go for any of these players. Do you think Arsenal will buy any of these players? Do you think Arsenal will loan any of these players? What are your predictions? Who do you think will be coming into the Arsenal squad this January? Or do you also think Arsenal is not going to just sign anybody because we all believe Ateta is stubborn? Or the current case are not ready to actually invest on players that can actually win Arsenal trophy? So what are your opinions? Please remember to drop your comments in the comment section. Also share this video, also like so that it can be recommended to other people. Thank you so much as you help me grow my YouTube channel.